Perhaps if we truly want to uncover a King's Island of the mind, to really crack open the manicured surfaces of this manufactured place product, perhaps we have to find a point of comparison. Perhaps we need to take another similar place and rub it up against the place we've spent so much time in to reveal not the flaws, but the individualities. Or perhaps we just need to taunt the shit out of anybody who thought this was gonna suddenly stop being a theme park channel, including myself. That is already right there. Check it. I didn't put on my own sunscreen when I was getting out of the car, because why would you wear sunscreen that you paid for when you're at Holiday World? It's such a great service. It probably costs pennies a day. Every park should do it. Although special shout out to homie in the cap and sunglasses and serious expression standing next to the baby carriage. This was right by the bathrooms, so he had a reason, but standing right there, sentinel-like, directly in front of one of the two dispensers of free sunscreen. Thank you for your service. All right, let's get to where the cool kids hang out. Halloween is objectively the coolest holiday, although in my secret little heart of hearts, I do secretly love Christmas. I just acknowledge that other people are cooler than me. Just gotta turn the corner and go down a little bit, and here you are at the first coaster of the park and of our day. Everybody's all, Holiday World takes care of their rides. They won't be rough. Jeez. That thing really wants to beat you. A couple parts way smoother than you would expect, but a couple parts a lot rougher than I expected. Yeesh. Fortunately, I did remember my trick from last time to just let my neck go limp as much as I can. Do I look Halloween-y? But I am going to ride all of the Woodies in the park. The Legend is like right down there. And I'm going to ride them in the order that they were built, because they kind of tell the story of the wooden roller coaster renaissance. The Raven there was built in 1995. And the 90s is really where things got started. It's where other parks started to build new wood. It's where you started mainly to build wooden roller coasters that weren't painted white. The Beast started that trend as well, but what's really mystifying is why the Beast didn't get imitated for almost 10 years. So here's the Raven, and then literally right down the hill here is the Legend. It's themed to the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, of course. Another absolutely amazing thing about this park that every Six Flags park could but won't imitate. Free soft drinks for everyone. In tiny baby cups, but still. Why does every character in this park want to steal my glasses? Which way, Western man? Definitely this way. Pretty sure this is the biggest land in the park. If you just kind of go past to the entrance to the water park area, you just have a long promenade that leads to this. And to the big one. And the other big one, but we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so the Raven, built in 1995. Fairly short layout, doesn't throw lots and lots of force. The Legend, built early 2000s, I think. It didn't have a helpful ACE historical landmark plaque. definitely like more interesting building techniques. They started using the kind of sideways supports that people don't associate with like the cartoon of a wooden roller coaster in their head. Definitely throws a lot more force. Too many laterals, frankly. And then built in, I believe, 2012, Le Voyage. The first ride I've encountered in the park that doesn't have a little sign out in front saying, apologies, we're only running one train. So thank you, ye gods, for that. It goes through there. They're not using this part of the line right now. I just followed some people who I guess thought that they were. I don't know when a train is coming. I don't know if a train is running. All right, 2 trains confirmed. And it's a station wait. Now, as you can see, the Voyage uses a combination of wood and steel for its supports. So you could, in a certain sense, call it a hybrid wooden coaster. But people seem to reserve that term for a wood-structured coaster, or a largely wood-structured coaster that has steel tracks. Except for how also all wood coasters have always had a top layer of steel on their tracks and a few layers of wood underneath them. It's complicated. But basically, by the time the Voyage was built, you were looking at full computer-aided design and just a lot of thinking about wooden roller coasters as a contemporary roller coaster medium. So on the Voyage, in the back section, you've got things like track that banks fully 90 degrees when you're making a turn, which the whole back section is not just a turnaround. It's crazy. It's turnarounds and turnarounds. It's more crazy than what you can see here, which I tried to film already and it just moves too fast. I want to get a different vantage point. This ride's amazing. And like that back section does have some jolts and a couple of other spots, but on the whole, like even though it's throwing so much more force compared to the Raven and the Legend, this ride is like a massage. I'm gonna go again. It's a station wait. You wouldn't think that you could make what is technically the largest land in the park around a Thanksgiving theme, but then you would probably also underestimate the power of a giant whisk. There goes the Voyage. It really is a great ride. I confess to like a hair of letdown. Like I thought it was just gonna crush my brain into a thin paste and I would just be like, this is incredible. I'm not like, this is incredible. It's very, very good. It's a very good ride. I took the day off work today. Like I filed it a couple weeks ago just because I knew that by then I would need a mental health day. I hasten to add, whenever I even intimate, oh, here it comes. There. I'll get a shot of what I was just looking at in a short while, but that was a hint. Anyway, whenever I talk about work, I wanna focus on, I wanna put a spotlight on the fact that my particular job is fine. I really don't have any complaints. The call is coming from inside the house. The problem is me. My relationship with work is kind of bad. It's not the fault of any particulars of my workplace. I like the people fine. I like the work fine. Have I covered my ass yet? Let's pretend I have. I don't really know how to take time off, I suspect. Like I have to have a project all the time. I can't just let myself be a human being who isn't trying to make something great or get famous, or at least make his own livelihood somehow. Something that he has his own control over. And I've been thinking for a long time, like 5 and 2 is just a bad split. It should be 4 and 3 all the time. And of course, in America, when you hear people talk about a 4-day work week, they're usually talking about 4 10-hour shifts, which, no, no. Do I have to put the chart on the screen about how in the middle of the 80s, we stopped getting paid more in accordance with how much more productive we were being economically? No, we need reparations at this point. And again, that's not about my job in particular. I think they're doing everything they can. Holiday World. Is it where I want to live? I'm not even very good at being here. I'll have to bring you with me. Nothing against you. Look, it's an egg timer. Is it even in the shot? Yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah, so they've had a Thanksgiving land here for a long time, but this ride was built last year. That's how long it took them to think of the exact ride that everybody jokes that they would have. How amazing is this? Wow. Just wow. And like the station is right over here. Absolutely incredible. Grandma? Where'd you go? Oh.
I wasn't asleep.
Should I have taken a break from riding roller coasters by riding a roller coaster? You be the judge. There is one more for grown-ups ride here, and it is just up this little path. You might be hearing in some of these shots that here in the Thanksgiving land, similar to Rivertown at Kings Island, they play kind of contemporary bluegrassy covers of pop tunes, except that these are all instrumental. And boy, is that better. I can't believe I've never had the thought at Kings Island that like, oh, people actually want to be hearing the voices of the people they're at the park with. Maybe not, don't put it in the background music. I have realized that I am tired of standing around waiting for coasters that are running one train to run a coaster past this part of track that I've got a really good composition for a shot of, because I think I've got to get as many shots of the coaster as I can and trying to get as complete coverage of the route of the coaster as I can, because that's how I show that I rode the ride. I rode the ride. I'm concerned that my loose neck technique might have shortcomings. I took another ride on the voyage, and well, that was a little too much like a massage with chiropractic treatment. I think I'm fine, but I felt something. So what did we learn today? Well, we didn't learn that that's a stupid question. I got a Voyage t-shirt. I didn't get the one that looks good. I got the one that says the cooler thing, and I kind of already regret it. Because reading's not what t-shirts are for. I wish I had learned that much earlier in life. You should get t-shirts for people to look at, not to read. I guess we did learn something today. I keep having this dip of like, oh, why am I doing this? And I don't have the explanation for why I have the dip or why I'm doing it. I mean, I have an explanation for why. But in theory, I'm looking for a better one. Is it just ADHD? You know, is it just novelty? Do I just want that desperately to be back in my body? Given what I do for a living, which is just office work. That ride, it's bad. You should ride the Voyage. It just has a shorter line and it's just way better. Thunderhead is good too. Thunderhawk, Thunderhead, what's it called? So it's Sunday morning. I decided to come to the park and get up here and look around finally. Get a look at all the rides from up high, of course, but also the big wide world. I don't think this channel is over. I don't think it's failed. I think the project was to take the creative idea that I had and, first of all, do it, which is not my usual MO, and just see where it led. You know, the only way you can see where a road leads is to go down it, and this one's led us here. I want to create something of value for you, and hey, check it out, it turns out that's work. And it's a kind of work that doesn't really fit into my life. But also I need to fit creative work into my life. But I think I need to fit some creative work that might result in something I can sell. I'm probably going to do some video about that creative work, so I hope those who are signed up are going to be ready to see that. But we aren't losing our connection to Kings Island here. You may have noticed a new name on the channel. This is the Vortex Hole. It's a place where a roller coaster called Vortex used to be. A roller coaster that I went on the year it was brand new, along with my brother. The other two rides I went on were, I think, the Beast and the Racer, so they're both still here. And also it's where they park the drones for the drone show. Coaster enthusiasts can't stop talking about the Vortex Hole and how unconscionable it is that it hasn't been filled. I want it to be filled too, but you know, not with something that's just there to fill it, just to be another roller coaster. I want it to get filled with something special, something that makes me feel like they've really gone the extra mile to please us. To please me, of course. And these are all consumable wants, you know? We complain about this because we love it. It's like chewing tinfoil. The hole isn't ever going to be filled, except for how it is at some point, and then we're all going to say that it's too little too late, and also that the filling is low-key disappointing. These videos are going to get even lower effort, if you can imagine that, and they're going to get, you know, more sporadic, but that happens to all of the theme park channels during the off season. And well, I don't really know where we're going. Or if we're getting there, and that to me is the part that makes it worth doing still. So I hope at least a few of you will come along. Also, there are only a few of you, so dear God, I'm gonna go ride my favorite ride. I'm not sure where I'm gonna see y'all from, but I'll see you.